What is going on, guys? It's Justin from Push from Profit. Hope you're having a beautiful day today. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about ticker symbol DWAC. Now, this is a special acquisition stock, right? It's a SPAC. And it's a SPAC that has Mr. Donald Trump associated in it, right? So let's go ahead and talk about this. This is a SPAC that has done crazy numbers. I mean, it's hard for me to ignore this. And if honestly, I would have to zoom back a little further back just to get this. If we kind of get it from the bottom pretty much to the top, I can't even fit it on the Weibo screen, but it definitely did almost 1600% in a matter of 2 days. So of course, it's all stock that's been hard to ignore. Now, this is a stock that I traded today. And I'm gonna zoom in. I caught it around over here at $80. I sold a little bit over here at $100. Locked in my profits. Only made a couple $100. Right. I wasn't trading with a large amount, as I typically don't trade hype plays. I consider this a hype play. But whatever, took my position. I locked in profits. However, I did end up going back in, right, for a swing trade. Now, I put a minuscule amount, and I believe it was around somewhere around over here. Um, so of course, in the after hours, I am down for that swing trade. Now, why am I still holding that swing trade? I put a minuscule amount this way. In either direction, I'll be perfectly fine. If the stock skyrockets up, which we're going to talk about the possibility of that, then of course, make a little profit. I could also, scale in, scale up, right? I have a whole video talking about scaling up. And then let's say the stock, tumbles down. Well, the good thing is I put such a little amount in there that if it goes completely down, I could simply just average down and exit out in a day trade, which is something I do for a lot of my trades. And if you guys are unfamiliar, then there's a video at the end that I definitely recommend. But of course, the question is DWAC going to go up? Digital world, right? And honestly, it's hard to tell because there's not much information with this company out there other than we know it's a company that's going to be associated with Trump, and it's out there aimed to and I don't want to, I want to be very bipartisan, right? It's aimed to kind of tackle the liberal minded media. Now, I'm not taking any sides, of course. We're just talking about stocks, but a lot of times politics, it bleeds into the stock market, right? Again, not taking sides, whatever you are, it's completely fine. But to me, profit is profit, and it's hard to ignore the profit that this SPAC with Donald Trump has really provided. And so, I did take my profits today. I've heard crazy stories. I've even had a cousin, make about, he said like $200,000 in the last 2 days. Again, I didn't really get into the details of it. He didn't tell me how much he put in. So of course that's really important to know. But I'm assuming he put in, a few tens of thousands of dollars, probably a little early on. Now, this is a stock that I probably could have gotten in early on, because I've heard it from a friend of a friend. If it wasn't for that, I would have never even heard of this stock. However, I didn't get in until today, right? Which is very unfortunate. You do miss plays, but at the end of the day, there's so many opportunities, which I want to tell you guys. And I'm not sure why the RSI keeps coming in and disappearing on the chart. It might be a glitch just because of how crazy the stock has moved, that maybe Weeble's having a hard time, comprehending that. But again, going as far as taking advantage of the opportunity, there's always another stock that, does a crazy amount, right? A year ago, I made a video talking about Kodak stock, which they were developing a drug for COVID, right? Which made the stock do a crazy amount in just one day. Every single day, there's a stock that runs up 200, 300%. So, if you didn't catch this one, it's completely fine. If you do want to swing trade it, you could enter in with a small amount. I definitely don't think it's a good idea to put in a large amount expecting that you're going to become, rich overnight, because you never know. I mean, we after running up almost 1600% in a matter of 2 days, there may be a pullback, and pullbacks are healthy in the market, especially if you're looking at longevity, right? Things can't go forever up on a rocket ship. They have to pull back down, right? Now, the way I see this SPAC is kind of how I see a mixture of a lot of other SPACs, and also the hype plays, the meme plays we've seen, right? The stock has been mentioned on Wall Street Bets a lot. And, when a stock is mentioned on Wall Street Bets a lot, I kind of pretty much put it in that meme play category, right? So, SPACs, like for example, let's take a look at a SPAC that or stock I talked about a long time ago, or a lot on this channel, which is Space. Now, Space, let's go to the weekly. We see that, SPACs generally, when they first come out, have a major uptrend, but eventually they kind of fizzle out. Right now, this is not saying that this is statistically going to happen to every single SPAC out there, but this is what we see often, especially when they first come out. There's a lot of euphoria, a lot of craze, and eventually they kind of fizzle out. But again, they do have, peaks where they run back up. So, you never know. Now, the way I'm treating this is really with the momentum of a meme stock. I have a watch list here where I call hype plays, and that's where I have my AMC, my BlackBerry, my GME. These are stocks that made good money, trading the volatility. Because the good thing is, as a trader, these stocks are really good to trade simply because they offer a lot of volatility and fluctuation in price. For example, investing is a different story from trading. And as a trader, you want things that move up, you want things that move down a crazy amount because it lets you capture the opportunity. Obviously, if it's too crazy for you to trade, you're not fast enough to trade it, then I definitely recommend not trading these types of stocks. But as a trader, this is definitely a lot of opportunity, right? So let's go ahead and look at AMC, right? So if we look at AMC around this time, we're looking at a weekly chart, right? We see the weekly right here. AMC, it skyrocketed, right, during the meme stock craze, right, earlier this year in February. It ended up fizzling down, and then it had another spike, fizzled down, another spike, and it tends to repeat itself. Now, am I saying that's going to happen? Absolutely. With and I believe it's DWAC stock. Again, at the end of the day, you never know, which is why one of the things I talk about in the Push and Profit program is to mitigate your risks. Right now, this is actually a stock that was mentioned in the Push and Profit program, right? So, if you guys are interested, make sure to check out the links in the description below, because the Push and Profit program is the first link in the description below, where you do have access to, learning how I trade in the stock market. But there's also a group chat where we have daily briefings and we talk about, tickers in the overall market. And this was a stock that was mentioned by a member, right? A friend of mine that is a member of the program. So if it wasn't for him or that, stock being mentioned in that group chat, then I might have not even got to, even look into this. I probably might have, just because of the crazy amount that it did afterwards, but at least I got a little taste of it. But let me know in the comment section below, was this a stock that you were able to catch any of the profits? Are you still holding it? And if you are, how long are you holding it too? But let me know in the comment section below. And before you guys leave, I need you guys to watch this next video, and it's actually right here. I need you guys to watch that next video, and I'll see you guys on that next video.